In 2025, MIT released a groundbreaking report titled The GenAI Divide: State of AI in Business in 2025. The researchers analyzed over 300 public AI deployments. Their headline finding sent absolute shockwaves through the tech world. 95% of enterprise generative AI pilot projects failed to deliver any measurable business impact or ROI. Let that sink in. Out of an estimated $30 to $40 billion injected into enterprise AI initiatives over the last couple of years, 95% of organizations are seeing a return of precisely zero. Not a low return, zero. Today we're doing a post-mortem on that 95%. We're going to look at the hard data, break down exactly why these projects are dying in what the industry calls demo purgatory, and most importantly, analyze the architecture and orchestration strategies of the 5% that are actually driving massive revenue. When you see a failure rate of 95%, the immediate instinct is to blame the technology. You assume the large language models aren't smart enough yet, or they hallucinate too much. But the MIT report clearly states that the technology is not the core barrier. The root cause is what they call the learning gap. The report states most Gen AI systems do not retain feedback, adapt to context, or improve over time. Enterprises are spending millions building customized conversational chatbots. But these systems are brittle. They lack institutional memory. If you build an AI assistant to route customer emails, but the AI misreads the conversational context, the entire automated routing pipeline fails. And worse, when a human agent inevitably goes in and fixes the error, the underlying AI model doesn't learn from the correction. Without persistent memory, companies are essentially hiring a digital intern who has amnesia every single morning. The employees lose trust, they stop using the tool, and the pilot dies. This brings us to the second massive failure point: data readiness. Enterprises are taking sophisticated multimodal AI models and dropping them on top of fragmented, unstructured, and ungoverned data silos. They expect the AI to magically sort out 15 years of messy company history. Gartner recently backed up MIT's findings, predicting that 60% of AI projects lacking AI-ready data will be abandoned entirely through 2026. Research from FullView also shows that 61% of companies openly admit their data is simply not ready for AI integration. In data orchestration, precision is everything. If your data foundation is slightly off, the AI breaks. Let me give you a practical example of how this kills projects in production. Imagine you're building an automated CRM board to track your inbound sales pipeline. Your internal team knows that the primary tracking column is strictly called lead name, but your AI agent, scraping old company documentation, generates an API call looking for a legacy field called item name. Or imagine you have an automated SQL agent pulling analytics for a weekly report. Your source database relies on a specific column formatted as month start. If the AI writes a query looking for just month, the query crashes. The AI isn't failing because it's dumb, it's failing because it lacks the hyper-specific structural metadata of your business. When you feed an LLM dirty data, missing fields, or inconsistent labels, you don't get a smart AI. You just get a model that generates highly articulate, confident-sounding garbage. So where is all this money actually going? According to the MIT report, there is a massive mismatch between where companies are spending their AI budgets and where the actual ROI lives. Most organizations are obsessed with the front office. They want AI to write brilliant marketing copy, generate ad creatives, and close sales. But the data shows that the highest, fastest returns are happening in the back office. The successful 5% of companies that are using AI are using it to automate administrative efficiency, legal review, HR onboarding, and data entry. Because companies are forcing clunky top-down AI tools onto their employees, they're actually creating a phenomenon called shadow AI. The MIT study found a staggering paradox. While massive enterprise pilots are failing, employees are secretly paying for their own consumer AI tools. They highlight a specific case of a corporate lawyer who completely bypassed a $50,000 custom-built enterprise AI tool because it was too rigid for her workflow. Instead, she quietly paid $20 a month out of her own pocket for ChatGPT Plus. Why? Because she could control the prompts and it actually helped her get her job done. When your employees are expensing their own AI just to bypass the $50,000 system your IT department built, your strategy is broken. This leads to a critical pivot point. Who should actually be building these AI tools? Historically, any new tech implementation gets handed straight to the IT department. But MIT's analysis revealed that generative AI projects have a significantly higher success rate when they're led by domain experts rather than software engineers. You need people who actually do the work to map out the logic. Let's look at specialized industries. Say you're building an automated supply chain pipeline for a construction or home improvement company. The domain expert knows that for a specific wall project, the starter pieces at the top need to be exactly 11 inches. If an IT developer builds an AI model without that deep domain context, the AI might default to generating a standard 5 by 5 inch material order. That one hallucination, defaulting to 5.5 inches instead of the required 11 inches, ruins the entire material order. It costs the company money, and it proves exactly why the workers on the ground need to be the ones designing the agentic guardrails. So we know why 95% are failing. They build static chat interfaces, they feed them messy data, and they lock domain experts out of the building process. How are the 5% actually crossing the Gen AI divide and driving real P&L impact? They are abandoning the chatbot model entirely. Instead, they're moving toward agentic orchestration. The winners don't view AI as a simple question and answer tool. They view it as an autonomous system capable of executing multi-step workflows. They are using integration platforms and cloud architectures to build multi-agent value chains. Instead of an employee asking an AI to summarize a contract, an agentic system is triggered the moment a contract hits an inbox. Agent A extracts the data, Agent B cross-references it with the company's private knowledge base, Agent C updates the CRM board perfectly, and Agent D flags any compliance risk to a human manager. The 5% are successful because they treat internal knowledge as a strategic asset. They map their processes first, clean their data foundation second, and then they orchestrate AI agents to seamlessly execute those specific high-value back-office tasks. The era of blind AI hype is officially over. The 2025 MIT report is the reality check the industry needed. If your organization is still throwing millions of dollars at general-purpose AI pilots just to tell your board of directors that you're using AI, you're on a one-way track to joining the 95%. To win in this space, you have to get your hands dirty, clean your data schemas, empower your domain experts, and shift your focus from conversational novelties to automated agentic workflows that actually drive bottom-line value. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit the like button and subscribe for more data-backed AI analysis. We'll see you in the next one.